All right, hello everyone. Welcome to this video presentation. My name is Ben Ofoma. A lot of you know me. I trained you, and hopefully I'm helpful to you when you call and ask questions. All right, so what are we going to do here? We have a new version, 5.7 Service Point, and I'm going to go through the changes in 5.7. If you're well versed in 5.5, which is what we're in right now, I think you'll be okay if you view this video, go through the checklists, go through the training manual, which is all updated, and do some practice in the training site. I think you'll be good to go on March 8th when we roll out the new version, 5.7. So what I'm going to do, the plan is I'm going to enroll a two-person household in a program. We'll go through the household screen, the entry-exit screens, assessments, and we'll provide the household with service, and then we'll exit them from the program. So while going through this scenario, I think you'll see all the changes that have been made and what you need to do to navigate them. It's pretty straightforward. I don't think you'll have any problem. All right, so first things first, as soon as you log in, as you know, what you need to do is check your system news, checklists, anything that's been changed, a new date which you haven't seen before, you need to go through. So obviously your checklists are going to be changed, and they'll be available to you. Click there and right click on the link, download it. Your training manual is also changed. Right click on the link, open in a new window, download and print it, and everything else is in here for you. All your policy manuals, your forms, you know, everything as was in the previous version. Okay, so let's dive right in here. We're going to have a two-person household, and what we're going to do is enroll them in a program on January the 3rd, 2013, provide them services on that date, and we will exit them on January the 31st, 2013, so you can see how the whole thing works and what the differences are. So as you know, first thing is backdate, and I'll just make a quick mention about backdate. It works pretty much the same as it did in the old version, except now if you put in the same date, for instance, some of you enter data the same day it happens, which I applaud you for, but a problem is a lot of you don't set your backdate when you do that. So you do always need to set your backdate, whether it's past data, which of course you do set it, or current day data. So if the event occurred on today's date, February the 23rd, 2013, which is here, which is up here, you still need to set your back date so that your back time is 12 a.m. We don't want to have times that are not 12 a.m. in any of our data going forward. It causes a lot of problems. A lot of you have already heard from me about these problems that it causes. So let's always use backdate, even for same day entries, and the time defaults to 12 a.m. always. Okay, so our scenario begins on, they're entering the program on January the 1st, 2013. So let's put that in, January the 3rd, January the 3rd, 2013. So 01/03/2013, we've got our 12 a.m. set back date. Okay, this is familiar to you. It looks the same. Got your backdate up there. You just verify it. And let's move on. So over to client point. There have been no changes here in version 5.7. It looks the same. It works the same. You do your searches the same way you always have. So the head of household of our scenario is John Galton. Let's do a search, see if he comes up, and no, he's not in our database, so we can continue. So no alias, social security number 001 001 001. Data quality, full. Date of birth, let's make it January the 1st, 1980. Okay. Date of birth, data quality, full. Gender, male. Primary race, let's make it Asian. And there is no secondary, so we'll just make it the same. And ethnicity, non-Hispanic. Okay, so we want to do a search again with all that information in, especially because of social, just to see if there's a social match. Okay, none. So we're clear to continue. Add new client with this information. You're about to add. Are you sure you search? Yes, we did. Okay. All right. Then you've got your screen verifying your backdate. This is just like before. But again, you want to make sure that it's 12 a.m. and the date is the date you want. And you can just say, it says the current system date is set to this. So you can just say, yeah, use current. If it's not right, change it, set it. Okay. So here we verify our information. This is nothing new. And everything I'm saying is in the checklists. And we move on to households. And this is where we're going to see our first change. Okay, client is not currently a member of any households. No surprise there. I mean, we just added him. Still, search existing households is still a red X. We don't use that. It causes more problems than you need. So since he's not a member of any household, we're going to start new household. And this really is where the change begins. In the old system, you would now be given a little box to answer some questions, but they've changed the workflow a little bit. But if you work it from top to bottom, you won't have any problems. So it's asking you your household type. It's going to be a father and a daughter. So that is a male single parent. And then, I don't want you to get confused, but let's scroll down. I just want to show you. Scroll all the way down. The clients in the household so far are now shown at the bottom. They used to be shown at the top. They're now shown at the bottom. So don't be confused when you come in here and you don't see your head of household, John Galton, showing up, because he's at the bottom. So he's already in the household. Don't add him again. So what we're asking for here is any subordinates. And we do have one. It's going to be Thelma Galton. And let's do a search. Okay. So the results of the search are here, and like I said before, so it says selected clients. It really should read household members, but I think you'll get the hang of it after a few tries. That's just showing you everyone in the household so far. So we don't have any matches on Thelma Galton. All right, so we can continue. Alias, social security number for Thelma is going to be 002 002 002. That's going to be a full. Date of birth, let's make her New Year's Day 2001. Date of birth, data quality is full. Gender is female. Primary race, let's make that Asian as well. Asian. Ethnicity, non-Hispanic. And before we go again, because of the social, let's search. Just make sure she doesn't pop up with a matching social. Again, no matches, so we're clear to add new client. Okay, and there you can see she's been added to the household. So we now have John Galton and Thelma Galton. Now a change in the previous is it didn't ask us for relationship to head of household and all that. That's a change in the process. It's going to be on the next page. So we just have our two members. Let me just show you one other thing. Let's say we were going to add one more person to the household. Scroll back up, clear. Let's say the person's name is Freddie Frank. do a search. Boom, Freddie Frank pops up. So if we really wanted to add Freddie Frank to the household, it's the same way you did before. You click the plus sign, there's Freddie. Okay? So you just verify his information. Yeah, that's the guy. So we actually don't want Freddie, so let's just remove him from the household. So we're back to John and Thelma. All right. So once you've got your head of household and your subordinates in, continue. Now, I know this is all new, but like I said, if you work it top to bottom, you'll do fine. So just work top to bottom here. It says male single parent, household type male single parent. That's what we put in before. Client count is 2. And then here is where we put in the relationship information. So John Galton, age 33, head of household. It says no, but we know it's yes. John Galton is yes. And it automatically puts in self for you here as relationship to head of household. So that's a little bit helpful. Okay, so we move on down, moving top to bottom. Thelma Galton, head of household, no. Relationship to head of household, well, she is the daughter of John Galton, so we will click on daughter. There. Joined household, that's all coming from your back date. So that's already in there. So let's scroll down. This is new as well. And you'll see this theme throughout. You've got your household members on the left. So it's John Galton is highlighted right now. And then you can verify his profile and demographics information. So there's his name, social, yes, it's full, age calculated, date of birth, everything's in there. We can verify it. Okay? Next, you click on the next person, and it's best to just move from top to bottom on this list. So if you had 5 clients in the household, you just go down the line. So let's click on Thelma, and then the information in the right hand changes. You've got Thelma's information, social, yes, she's 12. She was born 2001. There, female, Asian, non-Hispanic. So you can verify everything here. This is something we couldn't do easily before. You just put them in and hope for the best, but now you're able to verify it. Now, as usual, you've got your history. So if you click on any one of these, you've got your history, who added it, what date, what's the effective date, the name of the agency, and then the value. So if you realize you made a mistake and it should be male instead of female and you fix it, make sure you go into the history and delete the wrong one. Okay, this is not new. This is standard procedure. I'm just reminding you because this is now showing up in a new place. All right. So the way it works, if you work on John, if you change something, then you just save his information. Go back, click on Thelma, do any things you need to do here, save her information, and when you're done with everyone on the list, save and exit. But before I do that, I want to go over the client IDs. I didn't want to clutter what we were talking about with the workflow, but let me talk about that now. So your client IDs are showing up right in front of each member's name. So when you come through here, you want to write down the client IDs in the file. So John Galton's client ID is right here. It's now showing up before the name. It used to be after the name, just a small change. And then Thelma's ID is right here. So you want to put these in the file. All right, so when we're done with the household, verified everything, save and exit. And this is how it appears in your households tab. John Galton, Thelma Galton. Again, you've got their IDs showing. You can use those. Head of household, yes. Relationship self, joined. Head of household, no. Relationship daughter, joined. The same date, their enrollment date. Okay, so that should be clear.